You have spent too many years watching everyone else win. Now it's your turn. This audiobook begins with a truth most people avoid. You cannot build a powerful life while your attention is scattered across 1,000 unimportant things. You cannot unlock your potential while measuring your progress against people who have nothing to do with your destiny. And you absolutely cannot win until you learn the discipline of focusing on yourself. Even when the world tries to steal every bit of your attention, today you reclaim your life. Today you focus on you. Welcome to Focus on You Until You Win, a complete guide to self-mastery, self-prioritization, emotional control, and the mental discipline required to win in silence and rise in power. This is the audiobook you listen to when you are tired. Tired of comparison, tired of distraction, tired of inconsistency, tired of feeling behind, tired of giving more to others than you give to yourself. This is the moment where the shift begins. Before we continue, I want to say, my dear friend, if you're watching this video, then you are definitely on the right track. Like, subscribe, and write in the comments which topic or problem interests you the most. Chapter 1. Stop watching everyone else. Let's start with the poison that kills more dreams than failure ever could. Comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. You scroll and scroll, watching people who move faster, look happier, succeed sooner, accomplish more. And slowly, without noticing, your attention leaves your life and enters theirs. But listen carefully. The more you watch others, the less you watch your own path. The more you study their story, the less you write your own. The more you focus on their progress, the more you disconnect from your purpose. Comparison is not just a distraction. It's a silent thief. It steals joy, it steals clarity, it steals time, it steals momentum, it steals the mental energy required to build your own greatness. If you want to win, you must understand this. Your life stops improving the moment you stop focusing on yourself. The people you admire, they didn't win because they watched others. They won because they were busy building. They were obsessed with their growth, obsessed with their craft, obsessed with their improvement, obsessed with their mission. They weren't checking who followed them. They weren't refreshing analytics. They weren't wondering what someone else thought. They were locked in, and the universe rewards the locked in. Chapter 2. Your attention is your power. Most people never understand this. Your attention determines your reality. Whatever controls your focus controls your future. If your focus is on problems, you attract more problems. If your focus is on excuses, you reinforce your limitations. If your focus is on other people, you weaken your identity. If your focus is on growth, you become unstoppable. Your attention is currency. Spend it wisely. Ask yourself, how much of your mental energy has been wasted on people who don't matter? How much time have you given away to opinions you didn't ask for? How many hours have you spent watching lives you'll never live instead of building the one you want? If you treated your attention the way a millionaire treats money, you would stop giving it away so easily. A wealthy mind invests attention. A distracted mind spends it. A broke mind wastes it. From this moment forward, you must protect your attention like your life depends on it, because it does. The quality of your life is the quality of your focus. Chapter 3. Obsession is not a flaw, it's a requirement. You need to hear this with your whole soul. Greatness requires obsession. Focus is not optional. Winning is not accidental. People will call you crazy. They will call you extreme. They will call you obsessed. Let them. Obsessed is what the unfocused call the focused. Obsessed is what the average call the excellent. Obsessed is what the lost call the committed. You will never accomplish something extraordinary while living like everyone else. You must choose the path of the uncommon. The road of the winner is narrow for a reason. Not many can walk it. Not many want to walk it. Not many can handle the discipline it requires. But you? You're here for a reason. There is something inside you that refuses to settle, that refuses to live small, that refuses to sit quietly while your potential suffocates. This audiobook is not here to motivate you temporarily. It is here to rewire your identity into someone who refuses distraction, refuses comparison, refuses excuses, and chooses focus every single day. Chapter 4. You must become unavailable. Here is a truth people don't like but desperately need. If you want to win, you must become unavailable to anything that weakens you. Unavailable to drama, unavailable to gossip, unavailable to laziness, unavailable to negativity, unavailable to people who drain your energy, unavailable to distractions that destroy your progress. You must become unreachable to the old version of yourself, the version of you that settled, the version of you that procrastinated, the version of you that doubted, the version of you that feared judgment. Success requires solitude. Progress requires boundaries. Growth requires distance from the noise. From this point forward, your time and energy belong to your future, not your past. This is how the winners do it. This is how the powerful rise. This is how you separate yourself from everyone moving in circles. When you become unavailable to mediocrity, you become unstoppable. Chapter 5. Self-focus is not selfish. Let me free you from guilt right now. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. It is responsible. It is survival. People who say you're selfish for focusing on yourself are usually the ones who benefited from your lack of boundaries. They like the version of you that overgave. They like the version of you that said yes to everything. They like the version of you that had no time for yourself because you were busy giving all your energy to them. But that version of you is gone. You now understand this simple truth: you cannot pour from an empty mind. You cannot build on a shaky foundation. You cannot grow while constantly shrinking yourself for others. Self-focus is not abandonment of others. It is alignment with your purpose. When you win, you lift others. When you grow, you inspire others. When you transform, you elevate everyone connected to you. The best gift you can give the world is a stronger, sharper, more disciplined version of yourself. Chapter 6. Stop seeking validation. One of the biggest reasons people never win is simple. They keep waiting for approval. Approval from friends, approval from strangers, approval from family, approval from society. But here is the reality. You will never build a powerful life while needing permission to do so. Winners don't wait to be liked. Winners don't wait for applause. Winners don't wait for reassurance. They move, they build, they fail, they learn, they adjust, they rise, all without needing someone else to clap for them. Understand something deep. Validation is a drug. Once you rely on it, you lose the ability to move without it. You begin to hesitate. You begin to question yourself. You begin to shrink your dreams so they fit into someone else's comfort zone. But you're not here to fit in. You're here to transform. You cannot grow if you're always waiting for someone to agree with your vision. Your vision was given to you, not them. They don't need to understand it. They don't need to approve it. Stop asking people who have never built anything to approve the thing you're trying to build. When you stop chasing validation, you start chasing progress. And progress compounds quietly, powerfully, relentlessly. Chapter 7. Distractions are the enemy of your potential. If you want to know why most people never become who they could be, this is the reason. They live in a world of constant distraction, notifications, arguments, scrolling, entertainment, noise. Every minute stolen from your focus is a minute stolen from your future. But here is what the winners know. Distraction is a form of self-sabotage. It is comfort disguised as urgency. It is avoidance disguised as productivity. Every time you check your phone out of boredom, you're training your mind to escape discomfort. Every time you stop working because something interesting popped up, you're teaching your mind to abandon discipline. Every time you let someone else pull you into their drama, you're allowing your potential to rot in the back seat. The wealthy, the disciplined, the successful, they all know the same truth. Where focus goes, your life goes. So ask yourself, where has your focus been going? To building your future or escaping your present? To improving yourself or numbing yourself? To mastering your craft or distracting yourself from the work? Your answers determine your outcome. But here is the good news. Focus is a skill you can train, a skill you can strengthen, a skill you can master. And once you master focus, you become dangerous in the best way. Chapter 8. The habit of showing up. If you want to change your life, you must understand the single most underrated truth about success. Consistency beats intensity every time. It's not the giant effort once a month that changes you. It's the small effort repeated daily, even when you don't feel like it. Winners show up when they're tired, when they're uninspired, when they're stressed, when no one is watching, when progress feels slow, when nothing is working. Because winners know something the average person doesn't. Momentum is built in darkness. Discipline is forged in repetition. Success grows from boring habits. It's what you do on the days you don't want to do anything that shapes your future. Anyone can work on the good days. Anyone can show up when it's easy. Anyone can be motivated for a week. But only the committed show up when everything inside them wants to quit. And that's why the committed win. You want to focus on yourself? It starts here. Show up. Every day, quietly, relentlessly, even imperfectly, because consistent, imperfect action will always outperform perfect plans that never leave your mind. Chapter 9. You are not behind a painful truth most people never understand. You are not behind. You are simply distracted. Your timeline is not ruined. Your potential is not gone. Your future has not disappeared. You didn't fail. You just stopped focusing on yourself for too long. You gave too much time to people who drained you. You gave too much energy to things that didn't matter. You gave too much attention to problems you didn't need to solve. But now you're here, listening, awakening, reclaiming the part of you that always knew you were meant for more. Listen carefully. You can catch up faster than you think if you stop delaying your own growth. The moment you focus entirely on you, on your goals, on your mindset, on your discipline, on your healing, on your habits, your progress accelerates. Life responds to the person who is focused, aligned, and committed, and the universe has a strange way of rewarding people who finally take themselves seriously. You are not behind. You are beginning. Chapter 10. Focus until you become unrecognizable. Friend, write your opinion on this topic in the comments. Do you agree with us or not? I'm interested to hear your thoughts. This is the part no one tells you. When you truly focus on yourself, you become unrecognizable. Even to you, your posture changes, your confidence grows, your standards rise, your energy becomes rare, your presence becomes powerful. People start treating you differently because you treat yourself differently. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You stop explaining your boundaries. You stop seeking validation. You stop worrying about opinions that don't matter. And slowly, quietly, inevitably, you transform into someone unstoppable. Focus does that. Self-work does that. Consistency does that. Discipline does that. And if you stay on this path, you will look back one day and barely recognize the person you used to be, not because you changed, but because you became who you truly were all along. Chapter 11, Clarity Before Confidence. There is a secret weapon the successful use, and most people skip. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's clarity. You cannot build what you can't clearly see. You cannot lead your life where you wander. You cannot expect results when your goals are hazy. Clarity gives you direction. Clarity gives you power. Clarity gives you the leverage to say no to what doesn't serve your mission. So take a moment now. Ask yourself, what does winning really look like for you? Not someone else's version of success. How do you want to feel when it happens? What habits will you build? What will you destroy? What will you protect? Write it, speak it, own it. Because when your vision is clear, your path becomes unavoidable. Your mind stops wandering. Your energy focuses. Your world aligns. Clarity doesn't guarantee easy. It guarantees direction. Direction plus action equals change. Chapter 12, The Power of Daily Sacrifice. Think success means rewards with ease? Think again. The path to transformation demands sacrifice. Small sacrifices, daily sacrifices, conscious sacrifices. You give up comfort for growth. You trade distraction for discipline. You replace noise with silence. You exchange convenience for consistency. Every day you choose focus. You sacrifice the excuse. Every hour you dedicate to your growth, you sacrifice the maybe later. Every time you pick discipline over desire, you carve a deeper line in your future. Sacrifice is not loss. Sacrifice is investment. An investment in the person you're becoming. And winners don't count what they gave up. They count what they gained. Chapter 13, Guard Your Inner World. We often think battles are fought outside, but the fiercest battles happen within. Doubt, fear, insecurity, regret, distraction. These are the enemies. They whisper when you are weak. They attack when you are unguarded. If you want to win, real win, you must guard your inner world, protect your thoughts, filter your emotions, curate your inputs, disarm negativity, because no fortress stands if the enemy is inside. You are not just building a life. You are building a mind, a strong mind, a disciplined mind, a focused mind. And once your inner world becomes unbreakable, your outer world must bend. Chapter 14, Silence Feeds Strength. There is a magic in silence, a power in quiet that loud victories can never match. When you quiet your external noise, you start hearing your inner voice, your purpose, your path, your truth. Silence removes distraction. Silence sharpens focus. Silence reveals clarity. Successful people don't just know when to speak, they know when to stay silent. They understand that noise attracts chaos, but quiet builds empires. So step into your silence. Let the world chatter. You keep building. You keep creating. You keep rising. Because silence doesn't hide. It builds. Chapter 15. Invest in your time like your life depends on it. Time is the one resource you cannot earn more of. You cannot borrow it. You cannot postpone it. You cannot recover it. But you can invest it. Invest in growth. Invest in self-education. Invest in discipline. Invest in habits that build your future. Every hour you waste is an hour lost, an opportunity lost, momentum lost. But every hour you allocate to your future, that becomes the soil for your success. Because time invested wisely becomes compounding power. Think of your days as currency. Spend them on what builds you, not on what distracts you. Chapter 16. Stand alone. It's where legends are born. When you focus on yourself, many will try to pull you back. Friends, family, society, expectations, fears, doubts. They will say you changed, that you drifted, that you became unreachable. Let them. They're used to the average you, the version built for comfort. But you are not that person now. Winners stand alone before they stand tall. Leaders walk empty streets before others follow. You must become comfortable with solitude, because in solitude you build power, you build vision, you build a version of yourself unshaken by noise. It is in silence, in isolation, in focus, that greatness is sculpted. Chapter 17. Let our actions speak louder than words. Words are easy. Promises are easy. Motivation is easy. But action? Action is heavy. Action costs time, energy, sacrifice. Action demands consistency and pain. That's why so many talk, so few do. If you want to win, let your results do the talking. Let your discipline echo louder than your doubts. Let your transformation be the evidence. When you invest in yourself, silently, consistently, relentlessly, you become proof that greatness doesn't come from noise. It comes from work. If this resonated with you, save it. Reflect on it. Let it sit in your mind like a challenge. Because halfway through this audiobook so far, you're already confronting distractions, doubts, and habits. That means you're halfway to change. And change doesn't happen when you speak about it. It happens when you live it. Chapter 18. Rewrite your self-story. Every person has two stories, the one the world sees and the one they silently tell themselves every day. Most people lose not because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but because the story in their mind is too small, too negative, too limiting. It sounds like people like me don't succeed. No one in my family has ever done it. I'm too late. I'm too far behind. I'm not built for this. But here's the truth. You will never outperform your self-story. You will never rise above the identity you repeat. Your feet cannot go where your mindset refuses to walk. So today, right now, you rewrite the script. Replace "I don't know how" with "I am learning how." Replace "I'm behind" with "I'm building momentum." Replace "I can't" with "I will." Because the moment you change the story, you change the pace, you change the path, you change the outcome. Winners are not different people. They just tell themselves a different story. Chapter 19. You will lose people, and that's part of winning. Nobody talks about this part, but you must hear it. Success costs relationships. Growth costs comfort circles. Elevation costs approval. When you focus on you, when you finally take yourself seriously, some people won't clap for it. Why? Because your improvement exposes their stagnation. Your discipline makes their excuses uncomfortable. Your ambition reminds them of the dreams they abandoned. They will say you're acting different. You've changed. You're distant. Good. You're supposed to evolve. You're not supposed to stay where they left you. Losing people is not a sign you're wrong. Often, it's proof that you're headed where they cannot follow. Focus on you anyway, win anyway, grow anyway, rise anyway. Your journey is not a group project. Chapter 20. Your future demands a different version of you. Step into this truth. Your next level cannot be built with your current habits. Your future self is not impressed by your comfort. The person you want to become is disciplined, is focused, is intentional, is strategic. They don't waste time. They don't seek approval. They don't chase validation. They don't negotiate with excuses. When you start acting like the person you want to become, the world starts responding differently. You attract new opportunities, new people, new environments, new habits. Everything changes when you change. And yes, the transformation hurts. Growth feels like breaking, but that break is actually your old identity crumbling, so the stronger one can rise. Chapter 21. Pain is the doorway to power. People want success without discomfort, strength without struggle, progress without pressure, growth without pain. But nothing powerful is born in comfort. Power is forged in discomfort, in discipline, in hardship, in effort, in emotional storms. Pain introduces you to yourself. Pain forces reflection. Pain reveals weaknesses so you can strengthen them. Pain clears out the illusions. Pain grows you in ways comfort never could. Every time you choose to stay committed despite the pain, you build resilience. You build mental armor. You build inner muscle. The version of you who never gave up? That version is why you win. Pain is not punishment. Pain is preparation. Chapter 22. Stop explaining yourself. Start executing. There comes a point in your journey where words become useless. Nobody needs your explanation. Nobody needs your justification. Nobody needs your permission slip. Stop explaining your dreams. Stop defending your goals. Stop telling people your next move. Just move. When you truly focus on yourself, your execution becomes your language. Your actions become your explanation. Your success becomes your statement. The people who doubted you, they will understand when they see it. The people who questioned you, they will ask how you did it. Silence isn't withdrawal. Silence is concentration. Execute quietly. Shock loudly. Chapter 23. The world respects results, not potential. If you appreciate our efforts and our thoughts, subscribe and like this video. We need to show the world that there are many people like us. We must always continue to improve. Everyone has potential. Potential is not impressive. Potential is not an achievement. Potential is a promise. And most people break that promise. The world respects what you do, not what you can do. Your future rewards actions, not intentions. You can have dreams bigger than galaxies. But if your daily habits are small, your results will be small. You can have goals that sound powerful. But if your discipline is weak, your future will be weak. Potential is the seed. Discipline is the shovel. Action is the water. Stop being impressed by your potential. Start being obsessed with your progress. Chapter 24. Comparison is silent self-sabotage. Comparison kills peace. Comparison kills momentum. Comparison kills clarity. Your journey is not supposed to look like theirs. Your timing is not supposed to match theirs. Your chapter 2 cannot be compared to someone's chapter 20. When you compare, you shrink your confidence, distract your focus, and poison your progress. Instead, compare yourself only to who you were yesterday. Did you grow? Did you try? Did you push? Did you stay consistent? That's the only score that matters. If you focus on others, you lose sight of yourself. If you lose sight of yourself, you lose the race. Run your own race at your own pace, with your own purpose. Chapter 25. The next level requires silent preparation. Before a storm forms, the air becomes calm. Before a rocket launches, the base becomes silent. Before transformation arrives, life goes quiet. Silence is not stagnation. Silence is preparation. This is the phase where your habits strengthen, where your mind sharpens, where your discipline becomes automatic, where your confidence grows from the inside out. Nobody sees the work, nobody sees the effort, nobody sees the struggle, but one day they will see the results. Your silence today is building your breakthrough tomorrow. Chapter 26. You must become a person of unbreakable standards. There's a moment in every winner's life where they stop negotiating with themselves, where they stop asking, "Do I feel like it today?" and start telling themselves, "This is who I am now." Most people fail not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack time, but because they lack standards. Standards determine everything: how you speak to yourself, how you treat your goals, how you manage your time, what you tolerate, what you refuse to accept, what you expect from yourself every day. Your standards are the thermostat of your life. If they're low, your results will freeze. If they're high, your results will rise. A winner doesn't rely on motivation. They rely on standards. Motivation is a spark, but sparks fade. Standards are wiring. They stay. Raise your standards and watch your life rise with them. Chapter 27. Why 99% quit before they see results. Before anything great happens, something discouraging happens first. That's the pattern of progress nobody talks about. Right before the breakthrough, you'll feel nothing is working. You'll feel like you're wasting your time. You'll feel like you're moving in circles. You'll feel like giving up would be easier. Do you know why? Because your old life resists your new one. Because your old habits fight for survival. Because your old identity doesn't want to die. The 99% quit at this stage, not because they can't do it, but because they believe the lie that nothing is happening. But something is happening. Your discipline is forming. Your identity is shifting. Your consistency is strengthening. Your future self is being built, brick by brick. Remember this truth. You will feel the most discouraged right before your results appear. Don't quit now. Don't slow down now. You're closer than you think. Chapter 28. When you focus, everything else fades. There is a strange power that emerges when you focus deeply. The noise of the world becomes irrelevant. The opinions of others shrink. The temptations lose their shine. Focus is clarity. Focus is strength. Focus is momentum. When you focus on you, distractions feel cheap. You no longer chase validation. Your mind stops getting hijacked by notifications, gossip, or comparison. Your focus is the gateway to your potential. Your potential is bigger than your problems. Your focus is what unlocks it. Protect it, guard it, defend it. Because where your focus goes, your future grows. Chapter 29. The power of doing the boring work. Success is built in the unexciting, the repetitive, the routine, the boring. People love the idea of greatness. They just don't love the process of it. They want the excitement, not the discipline. But winners understand something crucial. Repetition creates mastery. The boring tasks are where the transformation happens. Showing up when you feel tired, doing the extra rep, writing when inspiration is dry, improving your craft when nobody praises you, studying when distractions are calling, waking up early even if nobody applauds it. Greatness is not built in intensity. It's built in consistency. It's the boring work that builds the extraordinary life. If you can master boredom, you can master success. Chapter 30. Stop rushing. Success comes to the prepared. Everybody wants to succeed quickly, to jump ahead, to skip steps, to fast forward their growth. But success has a pace, and no matter how much you want to speed it up, you cannot skip the preparation phase. You're not being delayed. You're being prepared. Life is strengthening the parts of you that will be needed later. Your patience, your emotional discipline, your resilience, your decision-making, your clarity. The time between where you are and where you want to be is sacred. It's the time where you're learning the skills your next level requires. Don't rush, don't force, don't panic. Trust the preparation, because unprepared success collapses. But prepared success endures. Chapter 31. You must learn to be your own motivation. There will be days when nobody believes in you, days when nobody understands you, days when nobody cheers for you, days when nobody supports you, days when nobody encourages you. On those days, you must be your own army. You must speak to yourself powerfully. You must remind yourself why you started. You must push yourself without applause. You must encourage yourself without validation. Because if you only move when others motivate you, you will never reach your potential. Leaders self-motivate. Winners self-drive. Champions self-inspire. Your future cannot depend on the strength of others. It must depend on the strength you build within. Chapter 32. Eliminate what drains you. Progress requires energy. Focus requires energy. Discipline requires energy. But most people never win because they let their energy leak. They drain it on. Arguments, negativity, gossip, overthinking, toxic people, past mistakes, future worries. You cannot win if your energy is constantly bleeding out. Plug the leaks. Remove the people who drain you. Silence the noise that distracts you. Cut the habits that weaken you. Release the guilt that holds you. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Your energy is your fuel, and without fuel, no journey can continue. Chapter 33. You are stronger alone than you think. People fear being alone because they don't realize something powerful. Solitude is strength. Solitude is clarity. Solitude is freedom. When you stand alone, you learn who you are. You learn what you want. You learn what matters. You learn what you're capable of. Most people never reach their potential because they're always surrounded by noise. Noise from family, noise from friends, noise from society, noise from expectations. But the strongest transformations happen in silence, when it's just you and your goals, you and your thoughts, you and your potential. Don't fear being alone. Use it. It's where champions are built. Chapter 34. You win when you outlast the old you. Every day you stay consistent. Every day you keep going. Every day you take the next step. You weaken the old version of you, the insecure you, the doubtful you, the distracted you, the undisciplined you, the procrastinating you. Winning is not about defeating the world. It's about defeating the version of you that tries to stop you. Outlast your old self. Wear it down. Break its patterns. Replace its habits. Rewire its thinking. Your new identity is formed through repetition. Your new results are born through commitment. Your new life begins when your old self gives up the fight. And it will, as long as you don't. Chapter 35. The world respects results, not potential. Potential is attractive. Potential is inspiring. Potential makes people say, you could be something. But potential means nothing until it becomes results. The world does not reward almost. It rewards finished. It rewards executed. It rewards the ones who turn their potential into proof. You have potential, but so does everyone. The difference is what you do with it. Do you act on it? Do you sharpen it? Do you commit to it? Do you sacrifice for it? Do you show up for it daily? The world is full of people who could have been. Don't become one of them. Potential is the seed. Discipline is the water. Consistency is the sunlight. Results are the harvest. Grow your potential into something undeniable. Chapter 36, Why You Must Stop Seeking External Approval. One of the biggest killers of progress. Needing applause, needing praise, needing validation. Every time you stop to ask, do they think I'm doing well? You lose momentum. Every time you hesitate because someone might judge you, you fall behind. Every time you shrink to make others comfortable, you betray your future self. People who win in life do not rely on external approval. They rely on internal alignment. They know who they are. They know what they want. They know what they're capable of. Approval becomes irrelevant when your purpose becomes clear. You don't need the world to believe in you. You need you to believe in you. Once that happens, nobody can stop you. Chapter 37. The difference between pressure and stress. You will feel pressure on your journey. Pressure is good. Pressure means you're expanding. Pressure means you're demanding more from yourself. But stress? Stress is what happens when pressure meets chaos. Stress comes from disorder, lack of structure, scattered energy, and unclear priorities. Pressure moves you forward. Stress pulls you down. Know the difference. Train your mind to convert stress into structured action. Say it to yourself. I'm not stressed. I'm being shaped. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm leveling up. I'm not struggling. I'm strengthening. Your greatest transformations happen under pressure, not comfort. Chapter 38. The moment you stop excusing yourself, you start winning. Excuses are the chains that keep people from their potential. They sound reasonable. They sound logical. They sound familiar. But they are lies. You tell yourself to avoid the discomfort of growth. I don't have time. You haven't prioritized. I'm too tired. You're undisciplined with your energy. I'm not ready. Nobody is ready at the beginning. What if I fail? What if you succeed? I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is where dreams die. Winners don't allow excuses to live in their mind. The moment an excuse appears, they attack it. You don't need easier circumstances. You need stronger accountability. You don't need more time. You need better habits. You don't need permission. You need action. Excuses fade when execution begins. Chapter 39. You must become dangerously disciplined. Dangerous discipline means you train yourself so intensely, so repeatedly, so consistently, that the old version of you simply cannot survive. It means you no longer wait for the perfect mood. You no longer wait for motivation. You no longer wait for a sign. You move because it's who you are. This level of discipline is frightening, not to you, but to the version of you that's used to comfort. Discipline becomes dangerous when you show up even when tired. You focus even when tempted. You speak positively even when discouraged. You continue even when others quit. You stay consistent even when progress is slow. People will call you obsessed. Good. Obsession builds success. People will say you've changed. Good. You were never meant to stay the same. Dangerous discipline is the weapon that guarantees victory. because nobody can take it from you. Chapter 40. You don't need more plans. You need more action. Dear viewer, please write in the comments what interested you most in the video. This will help us improve our videos. People spend months creating plans, color-coded schedules, perfect routines, detailed lists, endless visualizations. Planning becomes a way to avoid doing. Planning becomes the comfort zone, but a plan without action is a hallucination. You want a better body? Move. You want more money? Build. You want a stronger mind? Practice. You want better habits? Start today. You don't need a perfect strategy. You need consistent movement. Action reveals the path. Action reveals the opportunities. Action reveals the weaknesses you must fix. Action reveals the potential you didn't know you had. Overthinking delays dreams. Execution delivers them. Start now. Improve later. Adjust along the way. Just move. Chapter 41. You have to learn to say no without explaining. You cannot focus on you if you are constantly available to everyone else. You cannot win if you're pulled in 10 directions. You cannot grow while saying yes to every invitation, every distraction, every demand. Winners master the power of no, not politely, not apologetically, not with guilt. A clean, firm, powerful no. No, I can't come. No, I'm focusing right now. No, that doesn't align with my goals. No, I don't have the energy for that. No, I'm working on myself. Every no you give the world is a yes you give your future. Protect your priorities. Protect your time. Protect your peace. You owe no explanation for choosing the life you want to build. Chapter 42. Avoid the biggest trap, comparison. Comparison kills gratitude. Comparison kills focus. Comparison kills self-belief. When you compare your journey to someone else's, you rob yourself of momentum. Their chapter 10 is not your chapter 1. Their results have nothing to do with your path. Their timing is not your timing. Someone else's success is not your failure. Your progress has its own clock. Stay in your lane. Build at your pace. Improve your craft. Trust your timing. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Chapter 43. You're not behind. You're learning. Stop telling yourself you're late. Stop believing you wasted years. Stop thinking you should be further. You're exactly where you need to be to learn what your next level requires. Sometimes life delays you to prepare you. Sometimes life pauses you to strengthen you. Sometimes life slows you down to realign you. You're not behind. You're building. You're gathering skills, patience, emotional control, discipline, all the things your future success will demand. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep trusting. Your timing is perfect because it's yours. Chapter 44. If you want a different life, you must become a different person. Life doesn't change because you want it to. Life changes because you do. You cannot repeat yesterday and expect tomorrow to feel new. You cannot stay the same and hope the world rewards you differently. Transformation is an internal decision before it becomes an external result. Change your habits. Change your thinking. Change your reactions. Change your focus. Change your priorities. And your life will have no choice but to change with you. You don't get a new life. You grow into one. Every breakthrough is preceded by a breakdown of the old version of you. Let the old you fall apart. Let the old you fade. Let the old you die. Because the future you're building needs a stronger, sharper, wiser person at the helm. Chapter 45. Nothing changes if your energy doesn't. The energy you bring into your life determines what life brings back. If your energy is frantic, you attract chaos. If your energy is insecure, you attract manipulators. If your energy is tired, you attract stagnation. If your energy is unfocused, you attract distractions. But when you shift your energy inward, you become grounded, you become clear, you become intentional, you become powerful. When you elevate your energy, you elevate your environment. Your internal world is the architect of your external world. Change the energy, change the outcome. This is why focus on yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. Your energy is either your prison or your passport. Chapter 46. The Art of Quiet Progress. There is a type of success that grows in silence, slowly, patiently, consistently, until one day it becomes impossible to ignore. Quiet progress is the most dangerous progress because nobody sees the work, but everyone sees the results. You don't need to announce your moves. You don't need to broadcast your grind. You don't need to prove your discipline. Just do the work when nobody is watching. Just build when nobody is clapping. Just grow when nobody believes in you yet. Silence protects you from envy. Focus protects you from distraction. Consistency protects you from regret. Let people wonder how you did it. Let the results speak the language you never will. Progress whispered today becomes success shouted tomorrow. Chapter 47. Stop giving people access to a version of you they haven't earned. Not everyone should get your time. Not everyone should get your trust. Not everyone should get your vulnerability. Not everyone should get your presence. People must qualify for access based on how they respect you, support you, and align with you. You're not being rude by protecting your energy. You're being wise. Your peace is expensive. Your growth is fragile. Your future is delicate. Be selective. Be intentional. Be protective. Your attention is a currency. Spend it where it multiplies, not where it disappears. Chapter 48. The Habits that Destroy Focus. If you want to win, you must eliminate the habits that quietly sabotage you. 1. Checking your phone the moment you wake up. You start the day reacting instead of creating. 2. Saying yes out of guilt. You trade your goals for someone else's comfort. 3. Trying to fix people. You waste energy on battles that aren't yours. 4. Over-explaining yourself. You give away power by seeking understanding from people who don't care. 5. Consuming more than you create. You drown in noise and lose your voice. 6. Putting others' timelines above your own. You forget that your pace is part of your destiny. Remove these, and your focus will sharpen like a blade. Chapter 49. Proximity can either build you or break you. Your environment is shaping you every day, whether you notice it or not. Sit around complainers. You start complaining. Sit around dreamers. You start dreaming. Sit around builders. You start building. Sit around disciplined people. You level up. Proximity is power. Use it wisely. Surround yourself with people who push you, people who challenge you, people who inspire you, people who want you to win, people who work harder than you. Your circle should not feel like comfort. It should feel like elevation. And if nobody around you inspires you, walk the path alone. The right people will meet you at the next level. Chapter 50. Keep your goals secret until they are strong enough to survive. Your goals are seeds, and seeds cannot survive in every environment. When you share goals too early, you expose them to criticism, jealousy, doubt, fear, and they die before they grow. Protect your goals in the incubation stage. Feed them discipline. Feed them consistency. Feed them silence. Share the results, not the process. People can attack what they know. They cannot attack what they cannot see. Move quietly. Win loudly. Chapter 51. Stop getting distracted by the life you're trying to outgrow. The old life will always try to pull you back. Old habits, old friends, old distractions, old patterns. Why? Because your old life misses the version of you that settled. But you're not that person anymore. You're building a new identity. You're creating a new standard. You're stepping into a new level. Stop revisiting what you walked away from. Stop entertaining what you're healing from. Stop returning to what you've outgrown. Victory requires distance from your past. Chapter 52. You will win slowly, then all at once. This is how success works. Slow, uncertain, invisible, unrewarded, unnoticed. Then suddenly, everything clicks, everything accelerates, everything multiplies. Momentum is quiet until it isn't. But to reach that explosive phase, you must survive the invisible phase, the quiet years, the lonely effort, the unseen discipline, the silent work. Winners don't win because they're lucky. They win because they didn't quit during the part of the journey where most people lose faith. You're closer than you think. Your breakthrough is not far. It's forming beneath the surface. Stay aligned. Stay focused. Stay unshaken. Your all-at-once moment is coming. Chapter 53. Patience is the most underrated power in the world. Everyone wants results. Few want the waiting. Everyone wants success. Few want the silence. Everyone wants the victory. Few want the discipline that precedes it. The world glorifies speed, viral success, overnight fame, instant gratification. But real success, the kind that lasts, the kind that shapes you, the kind that expands your life, that success is built slowly. Patience is not passive. Patience is strategic. Patience is strength under control. It means understanding that the path requires time, and you do not collapse when the timeline isn't aligned with your expectations. Trust the process. Trust the repetition. Trust the consistency. Patience is the quiet confidence that your future is already on its way. So you show up today with certainty instead of fear. Chapter 54. When nothing is working, you are being tested. There will be seasons where your effort doesn't show results. Your progress doesn't look visible. Your discipline goes unnoticed. Your breakthroughs feel delayed. These seasons are not punishment. They are preparation. You're being tested for endurance, for resilience, for emotional stability, for commitment. When the universe is about to give you more, it first checks whether you can handle the weight of more. The test always comes before the upgrade. Don't misinterpret the struggle as failure. Often, the struggle is proof that the next level is close. Keep going. This is the part most people quit. This is the part winners master. Chapter 55. The difference between people who win and people who watch. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. Winners have one defining trait. They do not negotiate with themselves. If they say they're going to wake up early, they wake up early. If they say they're going to work out, they work out. If they say they're going to build something, they build it. Losers break promises to themselves. Winners protect those promises fiercely. Self-trust is the foundation of self-transformation. Every time you follow through, you strengthen your identity. Every time you keep your word to yourself, you upgrade your self-image. And once your identity changes, your results have no choice but to follow. Focus on becoming someone you can trust. Chapter 56. Remove the people who benefit from your lowest self. Your environment determines your elevation. There are people in your life right now who feel safer when you're distracted. Who feel better when you're insecure? Who feel more comfortable when you're small? Not because they hate you, but because your growth exposes their stagnation. Understand this. Some people don't fear losing you. They fear facing the version of themselves they're forced to confront once you evolve. Your growth threatens their comfort. Your ambition threatens their laziness. Your discipline threatens their excuses. The moment you choose a higher path, you outgrow the people who refuse to climb. Let them go. Not with anger, with acceptance. The next level demands a different circle. Chapter 57. You can't build your future with the language of your past friend. Write one thing your future self would thank you for. Your words shape your worldview. Your worldview shapes your actions. Your actions shape your reality. So pay attention to the vocabulary you live inside. I can't. I'm not ready. It's too late. I'll try. Maybe someday. These are not harmless statements. They are anchors. Leaders speak differently. Winners speak differently. Builders speak differently. Their language is filled with certainty, clarity, conviction, intention. Say, I will figure this out. I'm capable. I have time because I create time. My effort compounds. My future is mine. Your new life requires a new language. Chapter 58. Focus makes you dangerous. Not loud, not flashy, not chaotic. Focused. When you focus, you become unstoppable. When you focus, distractions die on their own. When you focus, opportunities multiply. When you focus, time bends in your favor. Most people do not fail from lack of talent. They fail from lack of concentration. They chase too many things. They start but don't finish. They split their energy into fragments instead of directing it like a laser. Focus turns average into exceptional. Focus turns ideas into achievements. Focus turns potential into success. You don't need more hours. You need more attention. Because attention is the most valuable currency in your life. Spend it wisely. Chapter 59. Stop proving yourself to people who can't see your vision. Not everyone will understand your path. Not everyone will support your decisions. Not everyone will believe in your dreams. And that's okay. Your vision was given to you, not to them. Stop explaining yourself. Stop defending your choices. Stop looking for validation from people whose imagination is too small to hold your dreams. They can't see it because they're not meant to walk it. Prove yourself to one person only, the future you. Chapter 60. You must outwork your insecurities. Everybody feels doubt. Everybody feels fear. Everybody feels unprepared sometimes. But winners don't wait until they feel confident. Winners take action despite their fear. Confidence is earned, not wished for. Every rep, every attempt, every session, every lesson. That's how confidence is built. You don't eliminate insecurity by thinking. You eliminate insecurity by working until your skill is undeniable. Put in so much effort that your doubts can't keep up. Outwork your fear until it becomes exhausted and disappears. Chapter 61. The world respects results, not explanations. You can explain for hours. You can justify for days. You can rationalize for years. But explanations don't build empires. Work does. Execution does. Consistency does. People don't follow what you say. They follow what you do. If you want respect, produce results. If you want trust, be consistent. If you want influence, live your message. Words are noise. Chapter 62. Not everyone deserves access to you. As you grow, your time must shrink. Your attention must become sacred. Your energy must become protected. You are no longer available for chaos. You are no longer accessible to negativity. You are no longer open to every small distraction that once derailed you. Listen carefully. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. Not everyone can be in your circle. Not everyone can hear your ideas. Not everyone can walk beside you. Some people drain you, some people delay you, some people distract you. And winners cannot afford that. Your path requires precision. So protect your bandwidth. Guard your mental space. Decide who gets your time and who doesn't, because your success depends on the quality of what you let into your mind. Chapter 74. When you focus on you, you become unrecognizable. If you stay consistent for 90 days, your life will look different. If you stay consistent for 6 months, your circle will look different. If you stay consistent for a year, you will look different. Focus changes you from the inside out. Slowly, quietly, relentlessly. People won't even notice the change at first. But one day, they'll look at you and realize the old version of you is gone. You evolved past their expectations, past their doubts, past their limits. This is what happens when you stop watching others and start working on yourself. You outgrow the person you once thought you had to be. Chapter 75. Stop trying to be liked. Start being effective. Too many people lose their destiny by trying to win approval. They water themselves down, speak softer than they should, shrink their vision, hide their ambition just to make other people comfortable. But leaders don't do that. Winners don't do that. People with purpose don't do that. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be effective. The truth is, people will judge you whether you fail or succeed. People will dislike you whether you shrink or expand. So you might as well live boldly, speak boldly, work boldly. Your life is too important to mute yourself. Chapter 76. Elevate your standards or lower your life. Your standards create your future, not your wishes, not your dreams, not your motivation. Your standards, what you tolerate, is what you create. If you tolerate excuses, you will live with them. If you tolerate laziness, you will become it. If you tolerate distractions, they will dominate your life. Raise your standards. Raise what you accept. Raise what you demand from yourself. A higher standard forces a higher version of you to appear. Winners live by standards that average people consider extreme. But that's why they win. Chapter 77. Focus gives you superhuman momentum. There is nothing more powerful than a human being with a clear target and a disciplined mind. Focus makes you unstoppable. When you stop scattering your energy, you gain speed. When you stop dividing your attention, you gain clarity. When you stop chasing everything, you finally move toward something. Momentum is created when all of your energy flows in the same direction. Do that for 30 days. You'll feel the shift. Do it for 90 days. You'll see the shift. Do it for a year. You won't even recognize your old life. Focus turns ordinary people into the elite. Chapter 78. Your calm is your power. Not reacting is not weakness. It's mastery. When you don't respond to every insult, every opinion, every distraction, you conserve power. When you control your mind, no one can control your behavior. Calm people win more battles than loud ones, because calm makes you strategic. Calm makes you clear. Calm makes you dangerous. Protect your peace. It's one of the sharpest tools you own. Chapter 79. When you focus on you, you become the example. Your consistency will inspire people who once doubted you. Your discipline will motivate people who once mocked you. Your transformation will awaken people who once ignored you. You won't need to preach. You won't need to convince. You won't need to explain. Just by evolving, you will show others what's possible. There is someone right now who will change their life because they see you changing yours. This is why you can't quit. This is why you must keep going. You are becoming proof that a human being can rise from anything. Chapter 80. Your new life is waiting. Go take it. This is the chapter where everything shifts. The point where the audiobook ends and your real work begins. No more excuses. No more delay. No more waiting for the perfect moment. Your new life is waiting on the other side of action. Not luck, not motivation. Action. The version of you who wins. They already exist. You just haven't met them yet. But you will. And when you do, you'll realize the journey was worth it. Every sacrifice, every lonely night, every early morning, every moment of doubt. All of it was shaping you into someone capable of victory. Now go. Focus on you until you win, until it's real, until it's permanent, until the world can't deny your evolution. Your future is calling. This time, answer it.